Hello and welcome to Health Voices. Before we begin, I want you to imagine your kitchen sink. When the drain is clear, water flows through it effortlessly. But what happens when that drain starts to get clogged with grease and debris? The water flow slows down. It backs up. It becomes a stagnant, murky, and unhealthy pool. I'm starting today's conversation with this very unpleasant image for one important reason. We need to talk about a silent, internal clog that can happen inside your body when you stop moving as much as you used to. A clog that forms in the deepest parts of your legs.
And Sarah, that analogy of a clogged drain is frighteningly accurate. It's perhaps the simplest way to understand one of the greatest silent risks facing seniors who have become less mobile: poor circulation. When you sit for hours, the powerful flow of blood through your legs can slow to a trickle. It pools in your lower legs, just like that murky water in the sink. And this stagnant environment is the perfect breeding ground for a dangerous blood clot to form.
A blood clot. Those two words are enough to make anyone feel scared. And many people might think, if walking is hard, I should rest more. But what you're saying is that this rest could accidentally be creating this exact danger you're describing.
That is the cruel paradox. Your body signals fatigue, so you rest, but the rest itself, if prolonged, creates a new and more serious threat. This threat has a medical name: deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. But you don't need to remember the name. You just need to remember that you hold the power to prevent it. And the methods for prevention are surprisingly simple and can be done without even taking a single step.
And that is exactly why we are here. We're not here to scare you. We're here to empower you. Over the next 20 minutes, Dr. Morgan is going to show us how to unclog the drain and keep your circulation flowing strong, all from the comfort of your favorite chair. We're going to turn fear into action. Dr. Morgan, let's start with the very first, most important action we can take.
The very first action is to manually restart the pump that has become dormant. Deep within your calves are powerful muscles. When they squeeze, they act like a heart, pumping blood up your legs against the pull of gravity. This is why we call it the body's second heart. When you walk, this second heart beats automatically. When you sit, it stops. Our job is to turn it back on.
The body's second heart. I love that concept because it replaces the scary image of a clogged drain with something powerful and hopeful. So how do we make this second heart start beating again while we're sitting down?
We do it with a simple yet profound movement I call the seated calf pump. You can do it right now with me. Sit comfortably in your chair with both feet flat on the floor. Now simply lift both of your heels off the ground, keeping the balls of your feet planted. Lift them as high as you can. You'll feel a gentle squeeze in your calves. That feeling, that is your second heart beating. You are manually pushing blood out of your lower legs. Hold it for a moment, then slowly lower your heels back down.
Okay. I'm doing it. Heels up. I feel the squeeze. And down. It's so simple.
That's only half of the beat. For the other half, keep your heels on the floor and now lift your toes and the front of your feet up towards your shins. You'll feel a nice stretch, then lower them down. Now find a gentle rhythm. Heels up, then down. Toes up, then down. That is one full, powerful beat of your second heart. It's a silent, invisible action that is, at a microscopic level, fighting against that dangerous stagnation.
Heels up, down. Toes up, down. It's amazing to think that this tiny movement is having such a big impact. Can this really make a difference in someone's life?
It can change everything. Let me tell you about a patient of mine, Walter. Walter was a retired engineer, a very sharp man who loved to spend his days reading. He came to me terrified. He said, "Doctor, my ankles are so swollen and my legs feel so heavy. I read about blood clots, and now I'm afraid to even sit in my favorite chair. I feel like my own living room has become a trap."
That's a terrible feeling, to be afraid of the very things that bring you comfort.
It is. So I explained the concept of the second heart to him. Being an engineer, he loved the mechanical simplicity of it. I told him to think of it as preventative maintenance. I prescribed him 2 minutes of the seated calf pump every hour. He called it purging the system. Within weeks, he returned to my office. The swelling was gone, but more importantly, the fear was gone. He smiled and said, "I got my favorite chair back. I'm in control of the machine again, not the other way around."
Wow. He didn't just get his circulation back, he got his peace of mind back. He got his life back. That's the real power of this movement.
Exactly. It reduces swelling, eases that heavy feeling, and directly combats the primary risk factor for clots in the legs. It's a tool for freedom.
Thank you, Doctor. That is an incredibly hopeful and powerful start. And for everyone watching us right now, I have a question for you. Do you or someone you love struggle with this feeling of heavy legs, swollen ankles, or the fear Walter described? If the answer is yes, please let us know in the comments section below by simply typing the number 1. It helps us know that we're talking about the right things. And while you're down there, please click the subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but it ensures you won't miss the next 4 powerful movements we're about to share. Welcome back to Health Voices. We just learned how to activate the second heart in our body to keep our circulation flowing. But there's another major fear, a fear that can stop us from moving in the first place. I'm talking about the fear of falling. Doctor, that feeling of instability, of not feeling steady on your own 2 feet, is a huge psychological barrier.
It's an enormous and very real barrier, Sarah. And that feeling is not your imagination. Inside your body, you have an incredible navigation system called proprioception. Think of it as an internal GPS that constantly tells your brain where your limbs are in space without you having to look at them. As we age, this GPS system can get static on the line. The signals aren't as clear, and that's when you feel wobbly and uncertain.
An internal GPS. That makes so much sense. So if our GPS is faulty, can we recalibrate it?
We absolutely can, and we can recalibrate it by integrating a simple exercise into a habit you've performed every single day of your life. Brushing your teeth. I call this the Toothbrush Balance Challenge.
Brushing our teeth? You mean we can train our balance while we're practicing dental hygiene?
Precisely. The benefit here is twofold. Tomorrow morning or tonight, when you're standing at the sink to brush your teeth, do this. Stand firm on both feet, then gently lift 1 foot off the ground, just an inch or 2. Try to balance on the standing leg. If you feel unsteady, simply rest a hand on the edge of the sink for support. Aim for 15 to 30 seconds, and then switch legs.
I can imagine I'd be a little wobbly at first.
Wobbling is perfectly normal. That wobble is your brain and body working together to find the GPS signal again. Every little correction you make to stay steady is strengthening those neural pathways. Furthermore, you're doing 2 things at once: an automatic task, brushing, and a focused task, balancing. This dual tasking is a fantastic workout for your brain, helping to improve concentration and slow cognitive decline. I had a patient named Margaret, a 72-year-old grandmother with a deep love for her garden. She came to see me after a minor stumble while she was weeding. She wasn't seriously hurt, but her confidence was. She said, "Doctor, I'm afraid to go into my garden now. Every time I bend over, I'm scared I'm going to fall." We started with the toothbrush balance challenge. The first week, she held onto the sink for nearly the whole time. By the third week, she only needed a light fingertip. After a month, she walked into my office and said, "I planted a new bed of roses last weekend." She didn't just get her balance back, she got her joy back.
Margaret's story is so inspiring. From being afraid in her own garden to planting new flowers with confidence. That's incredible. And I want to ask our amazing audience, if you're still watching with us, please type the number 1 in the comments and let us know what city, state, or country you're watching from. It is so wonderful to know how far our Health Voices community reaches across the globe. All right, doctor. So we have better circulation and a recalibrated balance system. But what about raw muscle power? What about that feeling when your legs just don't feel strong enough to push you out of a chair or get you up a few stairs?
That is the final piece of the foundation, Sarah. That is raw strength. And for this, we don't need weights or complicated machines. We need something every single home has: a wall. This exercise is called the wall sit, and it is one of the safest ways to build strength in your most important muscle groups.
The wall as our personal trainer? I like the sound of that. How do we do it?
It's simple and safe. Stand with your back flat against a sturdy wall, ensuring your entire back is making contact. Now, walk your feet forward about 1 or 2 foot lengths. Keep your feet about hip width apart. Then, slowly slide your back down the wall as if you were lowering yourself into an invisible chair. Now, this is the most important part. Do not slide down too far. When you're just starting, a slight bend in the knees is more than enough. The goal is not depth. The goal is to activate the muscles. Hold that position for 10 to 15 seconds. You'll feel your thigh muscles start to work. They might even tremble a bit. That's a good sign. Then slowly use your legs to slide back up to the standing position.
So the strength comes not from how low you go, but from just holding that position?
Exactly. This exercise targets your quadriceps, the front of your thighs, and your glutes. These are your power muscles. They are what lift you from the toilet, get you out of a car, and push you up the stairs. When you strengthen them in a supported environment, like against a wall, you are safely rebuilding your foundation of functional strength without putting stress on your knee joints. A few repetitions of this each day will make a world of difference in your daily independence.
We've addressed circulation, balance, and raw leg strength. But doctor, there's another part of the body that often complains loudly, especially in the morning: our back. That feeling of stiffness, of being locked up when you first get out of bed, is something so many people struggle with.
It's an incredibly common complaint, Sarah. After a night of stillness, our spine needs to be gently awakened and lubricated. Many people make the mistake of twisting or bending suddenly, which can do more harm than good. Instead, we need a movement that safely lengthens and decompresses the spine. I call this the wall-assisted back release.
Our friend the wall comes to the rescue again. How do we perform this one, doctor?
Find any clear stretch of wall. Stand about an arm's length away from it, with your feet hip width apart. Reach forward and place both palms flat on the wall at about shoulder height. Now slowly begin to push your hips backward, keeping your arms straight and your back flat, until your body forms the shape of an L. I want you to imagine your spine is a string of pearls. Your goal here is to gently create a tiny bit of space between each pearl. Don't force it. Let gravity do the work. As you hold that position, take a long, deep breath in through your nose, feeling your ribcage expand. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth, feeling the tension melt away. Hold the stretch for about 30 seconds.
I can almost feel that pleasant release just by imagining it. It sounds like you're literally making space in your spine.
That's precisely what's happening. You're taking pressure off the discs and the nerves. When you're ready to come up, do it slowly. Slightly bend your knees and gently roll your spine back up to a standing position, one vertebra at a time, with your head coming up last. This movement not only eases that morning backache, but also improves your posture and breathing capacity for the entire day.
That's wonderful. So we've taken care of the body's hardware, the legs, hips, and back. But what about the software, doctor? What about our brain? We hear from so many viewers about moments of brain fog, forgetfulness, or just not feeling as sharp as they used to. Is there a movement for that?
An excellent question, and the answer is an emphatic yes. There's a fascinating area of neuroscience that explores how physical movements can strengthen brain function. And there is one beautifully simple movement that does exactly that. It's called the seated cross-body reach.
That sounds more complex than the others.
The name is, but the movement isn't. And the science behind it is truly remarkable. Your brain has two hemispheres, left and right. The left side of your brain controls the right side of your body, and the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body. For them to work at their best, they need to talk to each other constantly, across a bridge of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. When you perform an action that crosses the midline of your body, that is, moving one hand or foot over to the opposite side, you are forcing the two hemispheres of your brain to communicate. You're sending a signal across that bridge, making it stronger and more efficient.
Wow. So a simple physical action is literally a workout for the brain? How do we do it?
Sit tall in your chair with your feet planted firmly on the floor. Now, slowly reach your right hand across your body and touch the outside of your left knee. You don't need to twist aggressively. Just a gentle reach is all it takes. Hold for a second, then slowly return to the starting position. Now do the same with the other side. Reach your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Repeat this, alternating sides in a slow, controlled rhythm, coordinated with your breath. Right hand to left knee. Inhale. Return. Left hand to right knee. Exhale. Return. 10 repetitions on each side is a fantastic start.
So this movement isn't just stretching the shoulders and back, it's sending a wake-up call to our brain, getting the two sides to work together?
Precisely. It improves coordination, information processing speed, and even memory. It's the perfect example of moving smarter. You're getting a double benefit from a single movement, one for the body and one for the mind.
Doctor, these movements have been incredible. We've learned how to restart our circulation, recalibrate our balance, strengthen our legs, and even wake up our spine and our brain. It feels like we've been given a complete toolkit for self-care. But as I listen, I realize these aren't just physical exercises. They feel like acts of kindness and respect for our bodies that have carried us through so many decades of life.
I am so glad you said that, Sarah, because that is the most important takeaway of all. In our youth, we often treat our bodies like machines built for performance. As we age, we must learn to treat them like cherished gardens that require gentle, consistent care. There's a profound medical truth here. For long-term health, especially in our senior years, consistency in small, gentle acts is far more powerful than intensity in sporadic bursts.
That's such a powerful thought. So, a little bit every day is better than a lot once a week?
Immensely better. Think of it like watering a plant. A little water each day allows it to thrive. Drenching it with a bucket of water once a month will only shock its roots and wash away the soil. Your body is the same. These small daily movements are like that gentle watering. They nourish the system, maintain its function, and build strength without causing shock or injury. And this philosophy is perfectly captured in one final bonus routine I want to share.
A bonus routine? I'm sure our audience will love that.
This is what I call the golden 3 minutes. It's a warm-up you can do before your feet even touch the floor in the morning. So many falls and injuries happen in those first few moments of the day when the body is stiff and the mind is still groggy. This routine is a gentle handshake with the new day, a way to slowly and mindfully bring your body online.
So, before we even get out of bed, tell us how it's done.
It's wonderfully simple. The moment you wake up while you are still lying on your back, begin. First, just breathe. Take 3 long deep breaths. Inhale the fresh morning air through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. Bring fresh oxygen to every cell. Second, gently stretch your arms up toward the ceiling. Wiggle your fingers, opening and closing your fists. Wake up the nerves and muscles in your hands and arms. Third, let's move to the legs. Without lifting them, focus on your ankles. Slowly rotate your ankles in one direction, as if you are drawing circles with your big toes. Do 5 circles one way, then 5 the other way. Then, point your feet away from you and flex them back towards you, like you're pressing and releasing a gas pedal. This is a gentle way to get your second heart, that calf pump, ready for the day. Finally, take one more deep breath, and as you exhale, set a positive intention for your day. It could be as simple as, I will be kind to myself today.
That sounds less like a routine and more like a beautiful morning ritual. A gentle, loving way to start the day.
That's exactly what it is. It's a 3-minute gift you give yourself. It tells your body, I'm here with you. Let's start this day together safely and peacefully. You'll find that when you do finally stand up, your joints will feel more lubricated, your body will feel less stiff, and your mind will be clearer. It's the perfect embodiment of gentle, consistent care.
Dr. Morgan, thank you. This has been more than just a list of exercises. It feels like you've given us a roadmap back to confidence, a way to take back control, right from our own homes. We've journeyed through such a powerful set of tools today. From activating our second heart with the seated calf pump, to recalibrating our internal GPS with the toothbrush balance challenge. We learned how to build foundational strength using nothing but a wall with the wall sit, and how to grant our spine a good morning stretch with the wall-assisted back release. We even discovered how to give our brain a workout by simply crossing the midline. And finally, that beautiful 3-minute ritual to greet the day. These aren't just movements. They are declarations of independence. They are the small hinges that swing open the big doors to a more confident, vibrant life.
You've summarized it perfectly, Sarah. If there is one final thought I can leave with everyone watching, it is this. Your health is not something that happens to you. It is something you participate in every single day. The power to feel better, to be stronger, and to live with less fear does not live in a doctor's office or a pharmacy. It lives in you. It's in the wise, consistent, and kind choices you make for your body, starting today. You are the person in the driver's seat.
You are in the driver's seat. What a perfect final thought. Thank you again, Dr. Morgan, for your wisdom and your time today. And a huge thank you to all of you for joining our conversation. We have one last question for you. Which of these 5 core movements inspired you the most? Is there one you're excited to try right away? Let us know in the comments below by typing the number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Your feedback helps shape our future conversations. If you found this video valuable, please do us a favor and press the like button. It's a small click for you, but it helps this message reach thousands more seniors who need it. Share it with a family member or a friend who could benefit from these simple tools. And finally, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Health Voices and tap that little bell icon next to it. That way, you'll be the first to know whenever we release a new video designed to help you live a stronger, healthier life. Thank you for spending this time with us. We'll see you again in the next video. Until then, take care.